So first you got to figure out what, and then you've got to figure out how much. But history is a great teacher. So we recommend that you always start with a template. You can create a form from scratch, or you can import a form somewhere to start your budget. But use a template. You start with a template of all the stuff that you spent money on in the past year. Do not do this in isolation. Involve your entire team in this process. Now, here's the real critical thing. Budgets are won or lost on the operational assumptions that you have. These are the obvious things: number of flight hours and flight days, travel days, and head count and training and major inspections and so forth. But get together with every single person in your organization and develop this list of assumptions on what you're going to do in the coming year. And then it's time to have a discussion with your aviation reporting executive. Now, where to have this discussion? Let me tell you where not to have the discussion. Do not have the discussion in the back of the airplane. Do not have it at the foot of the air stairs door. Do not have it by saying, can I just have 5 minutes of your time? I need to go over something with you. Don't do that. Be professional. Prepare your assumptions and the operating budget and send it to your reporting executive at least a week in advance and schedule a sit-down discussion meeting. Remember that your budget is just a product of your assumptions. It's just a math exercise, but you got to get the assumptions down and get them at a detailed level. Now, during this discussion,
well, I don't think they're very earth-shattering, but certainly start early, right? And socialize those assumptions, because, if you've got the assumptions wrong, you're going to get to know right away when you could have done a little bit of legwork to just figure out that you've got that piece fixed and correct. And then just be very clear about what your fixed costs are and the variable costs. And again, back to those assumptions, that's really going to drive what those variable costs are. And then to Jim's point of getting everybody on your team involved, you've got to have maintenance involved. You've got to have your operations leader involved, because they're really going to help you set the expectations and the needs for what's coming up in their functional areas. And so also understand whether or not your company tends to look at budgets year over year, or if they need a 3 to 5 year outlook. Really adapt to how finance works in your organization, and be prepared to meet them where they are, for sure. And then, if you can carve out capital costs from your just operating budget, it really proves to your finance people that you're savvy and sort of how the lenses they look through and how they view your budget. But start early. It is just a numbers game, but it takes some time.
Take some time. Don't panic. The initial answer is likely to be no. And that's just the way it is. No is a tool that executives use to test how prepared you are and how committed you are to the answer. Expect no. What I say is, great, I got no. That's my first step to yes. So you're going to refine your message, and you're going to go back and have a discussion. But the assumptions are really, really, really the key to doing this.